Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have so much fun on this lovely, lovely Sunday. Again, all the support, all the love you've showed to me, all your subscriptions, the fact that you subscribe, the fact that you put a thumbs up on my videos, especially this one. It's great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to have lots of fun today. We have a couple cool things to show you. I was going to have a surprise for you where some special items that I was sent, because some of you guys are really awesome and decide to send me stuff for no reason. Like, you don't have to send me stuff, but the fact that you do moves me so much, and I get excited to open things up. It's cool. It's like Christmas every day. And so I'm gonna make an unboxing video before I actually wear. They're wearable objects, so let's just say that. So yeah, they're over there, and I've got a few things in the mail, so that's kind of cool. If you ever think you want to send me a letter or a photo of yourself or anything like that, be like, hey, this is me, I watch you. If you have a cool item you want to send, whatever it would be, I would be more than happy to make an unboxing video. So absolutely awesome stuff. So thank you guys for coming in. We see Kids Club has joined. Very cool. Scotty, Andy, and Alondras, welcome to all of you, and thank you. Of course, those are the ones who chatted, but welcome to everyone who also does not chat and is watching as well. So thank you so much. Cassandra, how are you? So we're going to have so much fun today. Why do I have this thing up here? I don't like the black square up here if there's nothing showing in it. So we'll get that up there in a little bit. We have a couple episodes to go through today. Now remember, we are in the Europe, how can we call it? In the Europe storyline? I guess we can say that, the European storyline. And we've already seen Lucy and Ricky, Desi, and Lucy, Ricky, and the Mertzes arrive in England. And so, yeah, we're going to see what they do now, because apparently they're going to go on a type of a fox hunt. So we're going to see how that works out. I'm doing very well today. Today's a good day. Today's a great day. I have my water with me. See? Darn, I shouldn't have said what it was, because people can think it's something else. So it's my mystery drink. It's my scandalous mystery drink. You can probably look in there and see it's clear. But anyway, it could be something else. Okay, so we can get started here. I think we'll get the episode started. I'm glad you joined me for the live stream again. You could be doing so many things with your time, and the fact that you're here watching is absolutely amazing. All right, look at that. The kissing in the tree. If you ask Lucy 3 questions, what would they be? Oh, what would they be? Oh, man. If Lucy was in front of me right now, Lucia Ball, and I can ask her, oh, my gosh, Patrick, you may be nervous now, because, like, I'm on the spot. Oh, my gosh. If I had Lucia Ball in front of me, and she can answer any 3 questions for me, I would ask her the first question. I would ask, what impact does she see her show has done on society, or on us, the viewers? What impact does she believe it has done? So that's the show. Second, how does she perceive her support, in terms of, does she really understand how much people love her? Maybe she knows, but I don't think she really understands the depth, and I would like her to explain how she thinks people love her, or how much. And then the third one, when she's gone, because if she would be here, when she's gone, what would she want us to do with her work? Would she want us to continue watching? Would she want us to parody her work? Would she want us to use it as a framework to make other sitcoms? Would she want us to put it in the vault after 50 years? What does she want us to do with the show? So I don't know. Those are 3 questions. They're very show-oriented. Of course, I'm more interested in her in the aspect of her show. I guess not so much her in her personal life, because from what I heard, her personal life was kind of like ours. Like, she was a regular person. And so it wasn't like some of these stars were on, like, boats and doing all these crazy things. She seemed very down to earth. So I think herself as an actress is kind of more interesting. But anyway, I kind of segued there. Alright, so this is the Fox. Let me go through the information of this episode. Oh, this is great. Look at this photo. Well, these photos here. Well, they got the Emmys. See that? I think that's Ed Sullivan up there. That's really cool. Yeah, it's Ed Sullivan, the Mertzes. That's so cool. Let me just read this. Emmy Award night, February 11th, 1954. That was around the time of this. The Hollywood Palladium. I Love Lucy wins at Best Situational Comedy. And Vivian Vance wins as... Wow, I can't speak today. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please be patient. Supporting Actress in a Comedy. Frawley was nominated but did not win. Desi was never nominated. That's a shame. That is a big, big shame. Okay. Let's go to the Fox Hunt episode. So this released on February 6, 1956, episode 143. Filmed on a Thursday, as usual, December 22nd, 1955. Rating share 48.2. Didn't do as well. Isn't that weird? It's always weird to me to see that. For example, when you watch Lucy Meets the Queen, so let's say you're watching that, and then for some reason you don't tune in to the week after. I wonder if there's a reason for that. I wonder if maybe they didn't like the previous episode, or if they really like that episode, next week they want to really turn in. So I don't know what the correlation is. It's kind of interesting to me. So rating share 48.2, which is not that great for this stuff. Not that great compared to, I mean, she got 76 at one. That's like 75% of all TVs watching. Supporting cast, so I mean 48%, it's not bad. Sir Clive Richardson is played by Walter Kingsford. Angela Randall, the daughter, played by Hilary Brooke. Now, I have heard her name. I have to look her up. And then Groom, Trevor Ward. Now, Groom being the guy who takes care of the horse. And that's about it. No other information on that, at least from this book. All right, let me get back to the comments here. If I ever happen to miss a comment, don't forget that's what that super chat is for. Cassandra, I think Lucy would love your support for her and the show so many years later. Oh, I appreciate that. You know what? I take that back. I would ask her a fourth question. I would scratch one of those questions, maybe the second one. What is her show? What does she think the impact? Like, in the most humble way, like, how does she think what I'm doing? Yeah, what does she think about what I'm doing with her content? How does she feel this new medium of YouTube, which obviously she never would have heard of, as well as internet, And so how would she think that, now there's like a YouTube and people can go see your show free with like countdowns and things like that. So I don't know. I would definitely ask her something in terms of me. I was not thinking of me. I was thinking in terms of her. But yeah, that's great. She is awesome and cool. And down to earth from what I heard. Hello, Linda. I am doing fantastic. How are you? Yeah, this is a great book. It's a pretty good. It's like my first guide. Like, it's my first go-to guide here. Then I have other books as well, other Lucy books, and so yeah, I'm more into books. Like, if I can get all the books ever written on Lucy, I don't even know if that's possible. But I'm a book guy. I really like books and photos and information and trivia and all that. I do research on all that stuff. Kids Club, I'm happy. Almost every Sunday I watch I Love Lucy on MeTV at 3 p.m. Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do wish that somehow she kind of perceives what I'm doing or understands. Of course, Lucy Jr., her daughter, Lucy Luckenbill, she has seen my content, and she has shown her, I don't even know if I would say approval. I guess half approval. Doesn't mean that she doesn't improve, but she said she was very surprised. She learned some things, and she appreciates it, kind of thing. So I guess that's an approval, right? So that's really, really cool. And there is Sir Clive Richardson. I'm of course, as a character in the show, there's no real like big famous Sir Clive Richardson, but I'm really interested to see why he wasn't used in any other episode, like some of the other actors. I guess he's British, or at least he does a really good British accent. Maybe they didn't need him for anything else. I don't know how that works, why they would use more actors versus others, but yeah. Steve, I would die if I had to wait a week. Wait a week? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. What is wrong with my speech today? I would die if I had to wait a week to watch Lucy. I DVR it every night at 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. Really? Why would they play it at 2 a.m.? Like, I know people stay up to watch it, but play it. I mean, there's things on TV that are horrible. And it's like, just replace it with Lucy, like during the day when people actually want to watch stuff. Anyway, enough of me ranting. Sunday's the highlight of my week. Awesome. That is great. Because there's Lucy, right? Absolutely. Eric Nelson. You know, Eric, I haven't kept in just in the loop in terms of the Blu-ray because I don't have a Blu-ray player other than my PlayStation 3. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait off on Blu-ray because I don't know. I'm kind of in the loop. Like I want to get a Blu-ray player and attach it to my computer and watch Blu-ray. Of course, the quality's a little better, but I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm sorry. I don't have any news. Maybe someone does. So yes. Let me see. Steve, a lot of actors that were repeated were personal friends of hers. Yes, now that is true. And yes, like Hazel Pierce and Barbara Pepper and Eve Arden worked right next door in the first couple seasons and so forth. And yeah, so there are many different reasons why some were used and some not. But I'm always curious. I'm like, this is a really good actor. They should have used him a lot more. They should have used this one a lot less. Maybe it wasn't that great. You know, we always go through that stuff. So Clive Richardson, I think, would have been like a cool person to kind of hang around them a little bit more. I know he's an old guy, but he seemed like he could have been an interesting character. But it's just my thought. Heather, how are you? Nice to see you. Yolanda, well, I think so. She is a neat lady from what I heard. I was able to actually, chat with her for a little bit. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm in the process of contacting some other I Love Lucy people, and I'll get back to you if I have any news on that, of course. If I'm not, if I don't, I guess no news means no news. But if there is news, I will definitely let you all know. You own all the DVDs and you watch it all the time. Wow, Michael, you seem like a big fan like myself and like everyone here. So yeah, I bet they look good on Blu-ray. Blu-ray quality is great, of course. Hallmark Channel, yeah, there's so many channels. I used to watch it on, there used to be on Fox, and then they changed it to, I'm trying to think. Because I used to watch it like at 5 a.m. when I was a little kid, and then at 6 a.m., then they kept moving it. Then they made it like 8 a.m., then 9 a.m., and then like 9:30. And so it changed stations a lot, at least for here. Oh, Heather, so this episode is, wow, a lot of comments, which is good. Comments are good, but if I ever miss one and you really want me to read it, super chat. Oh, this is the Fox Hunt episode. I was zoning out looking at the episode. Yes, the Fox Hunt. So they're in Europe, and they're in England, and Lucy, of course, wants to go on the Fox Hunt. She's being very sneaky about it, of course, like Lucy always is. Well, thank you, Yolanda. Your support means a lot, and I appreciate that you guys continue with me, because I know that there's some people maybe watch an episode or two and then they leave, and I understand, but I wish that we stay together on this journey, because there's more content coming, more things. Not only Lucy, but other stuff. We're going to be branching out, or I'm going to be branching out. Of course, not leaving my base content, of course. But yeah, there's things on the horizon, and I'm excited for them. So I want you guys all to see that and to join me on this. So Cassandra, you have plates of popular scenes on them. Your mom ordered them in the 90s? You're obsessed with them. You kept them. I would love them. I would love them. I would love the plates. Oh, well, send me a picture. That's what my Facebook is for. So let me let you know, guys and gals, a commercial for myself. So my Facebook, if you're ever on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of those things, I have links in the description down below. Go click on them, go join, go subscribe, go follow, all that stuff. Because my life, of course, is not just on YouTube like I do this, but then I post on Instagram photos of my everyday life and my work. I go on Twitter to post quotes and statuses here and there, some photos. And Facebook is where I notify you of what's happening, whether I'm going to get on YouTube, like, hey, I'm getting on the live stream. So that's super important. I know some people aren't on that stuff, but some people are, and so it's good to know. What's my favorite book? I like novels. Slaughterhouse-Five is by Kurt Vonnegut. It's my favorite novel book ever. ever. I don't know if you meant Lucy, but if you meant just book, that's what the question said. So yes, Benjamin. Linda, I'm the only channel that you watch on YouTube? That is such an honor to hear. That is so, so cool. Wow. I don't think... I mean, I'm sure someone has said that before, but like now seeing that, that's pretty crazy, and that's an honor. Wow, there's so much stuff people can watch on YouTube, and you choose me? Wow, that's awesome. I have not met Desi Jr. I have talked to and chatted with, I keep calling her Lucy Jr., Lucy Luckenbill, but some people have asked me, who's Luckenbill? So I have to explain Arnaz, but that's her maiden name, and yeah. And Andy, so Andy is someone who, amongst a lot of people who share my content, so if you go on social media, and social media being Facebook and YouTube and all that, and share my links to my videos, people that you know, your friends and family, could see it. And so he does that, and so I appreciate that, because his friends and family see it, then they pass it on. It's like a chain. It's like the more people can see my videos, the more I grow, the better my channel does, the more content I can do. That's the truth. The better this channel does, the more content I can put out. Like, that's the truth, because then I could take time off of work to come and do it, and so forth. So yes, in the film, oh, is it Mamie? Mame? I'm so bad with pronunciation. Oh, there she is. Lucy starting her sneaky stuff. There's Angela Randall. Hillary Brooke, I feel like she is in something. Like, she is in something that I should know about. Some show. Maybe Twilight Zone? I'm going to have to look that up. Interesting. Well, this is great because Ricky is obviously very upset that she's trying to go and be sneaky with Sir Clive Richardson to go on the Fox Hunt, because she wants to live the life. She wants to enjoy that, and Ricky's embarrassed to have her invite herself. So it's such a great episode. And she's also jealous of Angela Randall's daughter, because she's kind of grabbing, look at that, she's grabbing Ricky, and she's like, I don't want him to grab you, and things like that. So it's kind of funny. Her jealousy, I love her jealousy in terms of that. It's great. And she's like, cheerio. And now Lucy doesn't want to go. That was an unscripted laugh right there. See that? You can just tell because he was holding it in. It's great. Oh, your tablet is almost dead. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Kids Club. You know what, Linda? I'm a person who I push forward. I don't wait on people or companies or corporations. So I am continuing. I do have Lucy content that is still coming out very regularly. And so I'm not going to wait off of them to do anything. So I want to keep it that. I don't want to get into that issue so much on here. I want to, like I said, push forward. I don't relish on the past. So for now, this is Lucy content. And remember, my channel is not just Lucy. I have other stuff on there, and I know maybe some people want specific stuff, but Lucy is a big part of my life, the show, but I have other big parts of my life, so I'm definitely gonna want to show that stuff as well. So, oh man, look at Sir Clive Richardson's huge house. That is ginormous. He's got all these fancy curtains, and I was gonna say dinnerware. There's no dinner in there. But all this furniture that's really nice to look at. Look at that. There's a book back there. Very nice art. Very nice type of... I would say that this is a cool set. Remember my complex set video? I would not say this is a complex set. It's just a very luxury home that was used. Of course, the next scene in which we see the horse, I definitely would say that's a complex set. It's one of the 5 most complex, I would say, on the show. And hopefully you guys have seen that episode. But definitely, it's something interesting to see. Oh, there's Ethel. She's trying to just calm everyone down and make the peace and so forth, like she always does. And of course, Ethel goes with Ricky. I've never noticed that dress on Lucy. There's like an up arrow. What's up with arrows? Does anyone know? Anyone who's into fashion? Maybe the ladies, or maybe someone who's actually in the fashion world. Yeah, what's up with these arrows? Because Ethel has one that's like, it's arrows and it's pointing down like this. And then the first time I noticed, like, there's 3 arrows on Lucy's dress. What is that just, I mean, that can't be an accident. I don't know what that means. Maybe it made the body look a certain way. I don't know. Susan, I think people didn't give enough credit to Dassey. I would agree. Absolutely. I mean, he didn't win an Emmy. And you love his reactions to Lucy's antics. Every time I watch an episode, I enjoy focusing on one single character and I see something new. I do the same thing. I do that all the time. And so right now, maybe I'll look at Sir Clive Richardson. I'll ignore everyone else. I'll move to Angela. And I'll see their little reactions. It's great. It's so nice. It makes you see all these interesting things that you may not have naturally seen before. So that is great. Cynthia, I was reading in this book, the Lucy book, that says this actress Hilary Brooke was born in Brooklyn, New York. Wow, interesting. A lot of New York references, right? And a lot of you I know are from the east side of the country, of the United States, of course. And that's interesting to me. Oh, I do want to say to everyone, especially all Americans, I'm an American, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. I will obviously not see you until next weekend, and so that's coming up in 2 days. So happy Independence Day, God bless America, all that good stuff. So yes. But yes, there are West Side people as well, which I would be one of them. But it's so funny because, again, Lucy was set, quote unquote, in New York. It wasn't filmed in New York. It was filmed in LA. However, it seems so, I don't know, unusual. But honestly, I thought since I'm from here, most people from here would watch my videos. Is it something on the east side that people watch more? Does anyone know? Guys, let me know if you ever notice that. Like, Andy is from New York. I get a lot of people, Chicago, New York. I get just Illinois, obviously Chicago. I'm trying to think of other east side areas. But it's just weird to me. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, it's interesting. Hilary Brooke has an extensive list of movie credits. Oh, you guys are awesome. You're so research friendly and so research like quick. This is great. I should hire all of you to do this for me. Do the research when I can't do it on my live streams, because I do it normally, but yeah. She has an extensive list of movie credits, including Hitchcock movies and Abbott and Costello. I have seen her in a Hitchcock movie, because I do love Hitchcock. You know what movie I've ordered, guys and gals? Rear Window. Oh my gosh, Rear Window is one of my favorite Hitchcock movies. Like, I'm not big into like the most popular one. I'm so going off talking about topic. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. But like Psycho, you know, those are great. The Birds. Those are the most well known though. But I love Rear Window. Rope. Oh my gosh, Rope I think is one of the best, if not Shot by Shot. I think it is the best Hitchcock movie. Shot by Shot. Maybe not Story or so forth, but yes. That is true, Steve. Greater concentration of people, but I'm just surprised I don't have a lot of like LA people since I'm from LA. But there are LA people, don't get me wrong, but it's just so many people from like the New York, Illinois, Ohio. I've had Ohio. Who else? That's pretty much it. I haven't had anyone from Maine or anything like that, but New York, Chicago, and Ohio, I would say, are the 3 big ones that I can think of. Again, if you're in another area that I haven't mentioned yet, let me know right now in the comments. I would love to know and kind of shout you out, because I have New York, LA, Southern California. Cassandra, one of the first things I saw Lucy in was the movie Follow the Fleet. She's so different. Is she? Well, yeah, she's a great actress, so she definitely does other parts. She was in the Three Stooges. I kind of mentioned this before. Three Little Pigskins. She was in a Marx Brothers film, so yeah. Okay, Tennessee. There we go, Linda. So kind of the Midwest, right, as they call it. And or would that be the South? I'm sorry. You let me know. You guys instruct me. Yesenia is from LA. Very, very cool. So we're neighbors, Yesenia. Cynthia, wait. Hold your horses, Cynthia. I usually don't do this, but oh, sorry, my wires get crossed all the time. Oh, there goes Lucy. You were born in Argentina. Guess what? my dad is Argentinian. So I've been to Buenos Aires, and I do speak Spanish. So kind of funny thing. Birmingham, Alabama. Awesome. So you are the South, Alondres, if I'm not mistaken. Very good. LA. Okay. So yeah, so I mean, it's a broad range. I've had people then from the Midwest, from the South, Florida for sure. Arizona, I think 1 or 2. So yeah, I mean, that covers the U.S. I would love someone from like Alaska and Hawaii. I have not had Alaskans or Hawaiians. Those stick out as unknowns for now that I haven't seen. So that's so cool. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, this is great, guys and gals. This scene with the horse, Lucy going backwards. And then, do you notice Ethel and Fred always have this binocular issue moment? Oh, there we go. She comes in backwards. Isn't that great? If you want to know how this set works and how Lucy goes like this way and that, I talk about it in my most complex sets video. I'm sure some of you, or a lot of you, have seen it. It's pretty funny. When the horse goes back, you can see the what do you call it? The backdrop kind of move and flap around. That's kind of a funny thing. That is a nice looking horse. I'm not into horses in the sense of like I don't know about them. I know people who are like can tell if that's like a really expensive horse or not. But he looks really nice and beefy. That's really cool. Steve, great question. Thank you for your questions. I love questions about Lucy. How old were you, meaning me, when you watched your first Lucy episode? I was 5. My mom grew up on Lucy. So did I. Okay, I cannot tell you what was my first episode that I've seen, but I go back to the idea of being 3 years old. That's kind of when I go back. Now, do I remember back to like being 3 years old and watching? No, but I could remember back to like 4 or 5 maybe watching it. That's for sure. So, yeah, very interesting. And yeah, I tell people that I think the reason why I was so interested were these physical comedy gags. Like even this brush, Lucy in a brush or in a bush. Let's say she turns around and then the tail on the fox is wiggling. Just, I see that and it's like, whoa, it just opens my eyes up to, it's just so visual, you know what I mean? Like, look at that. That's hilarious. She's like, and then like everyone, look at even Desi. He's like, what? He's like so close. Like, I mean, that's just hilarious to me. And Clive Richardson goes, yeah. Oh, that is funny. That is great. All right, I'm sure everyone being Lucy fans will absolutely agree with, and I say this because we've talked about this before, that the Scotland episode just didn't exist. And we'll go to Paris at last. That's kind of what I wrote in the description, that we're going to stick with the Paris ones. And I think for people, this one is the most popular Paris episode. Even the Charles Boyer one was great, and then the closed one. But I think this one, in my opinion, is probably the most well-known or the most popular. Southeast. Yeah, so I was a little kid, and I remember the huge loaf of bread. I remember the starch. I don't know why, it's ingrained in my mind. Lucy being starched. Do you remember that one? Where she commanded this bonus bucks. That's one of my favorite episodes ever. And I think that's just hilarious. That is awesome. Oh. Thank you. That's someone who just left a comment. So, Cynthia, you visited Buenos Aires in 1980. That was the last time. Did they have animal rights groups like today on set? I really don't know. That's a good question. Steve, this is not the Vineyards one. This is the one, actually, this is what I usually do. I usually give you a heads up on what's going on and what's going to happen in the episode. So let me do that. It's not that I'm spoiling it, because most people have seen these, right? So it's not the idea of spoiling it. All right, so this is episode 145. Came out February 27th, 1956. Filmed on Thursday, January 12th. Oh, January 12th is my brother's birthday, 1956. Rating share was 49.7. That is 1 share higher than the Fox Hunt episode. So again, I don't know if people really like the Fox Hunt or the Scotland episode and tune in. I don't know how that works, but more people watch Paris at Last than the Fox Hunt. That's a fact. Counterfeiter, Lawrence Dobkin, and he appears as a French guy and a couple other characters. He also appears the counterfeiter. He also appears in Equal Rights. He was the waiter. Charpentier, the artist, That is, of course, Shepard Mencken. He appears in Adagio. He appears in the Lucy Becomes a Sculptress. He appears in a few. Waiter, Maurice Marsec. Chef, Rolf Sedan. Tour guide, Fritz Feld. Arresting officer, Trevor Ward. Police at station, Ramsey Hill. John Mylog is the drunk. Wait, excuse me. Ramsey Hill. It's just written so weird here. The tourist, Hazel Pierce. The drunk is Vincent Padula. Yes, there we go. Okay. So this is the one where she goes, and then it's the whole translation thing where they go back and forth. Lucy gets taken to the Bastille, quote unquote, and she's found out to be a counterfeiter. It's the one where she gets the thing right here for the snails. Remember the escargot that she orders accidentally? Yeah, most people didn't like the Scotland episode, Sarah. I don't think there's anything wrong with anyone saying they liked it, but I have not met a person that, in all honesty, has said, I really love the Scotland episode. Even people love musicals. There's just something about it that rubs, at least me, the wrong way. I don't know if it's the tone. I don't know if it's the Mertzes being the dragon and it's kind of creepy. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not even the musical aspect of it, because I love the operetta, right? And so I don't know. Can anyone pinpoint it? I would love to know in the comments, why do people not like the Scotland episode? But what is it? Not that it's a dream sequence. I don't care about that. There's some great dream episodes, so I don't know. Cassandra, my brother just told me our first episode was when he was 3 and I was 6. Hey, just like me. It was the golf episode. That's a good episode. Cannot remember the name of the episode. It's called The Golf Game. Yes, we laughed and laughed. It's pretty funny. You usually know the episode within the first minute or less. Yes, very, very cool. I'm the same way. I would say 20 to 30 seconds. I can pick it up. Yep, this is the episode where she's eating the snails. I don't think she eats it, though. She can't stomach it. Yep, the translation part with the drunk guy. Lisa, I believe you did send me something on Facebook. Just to let you know, guys and gals, if I don't respond immediately, when I first started Facebook, I would try to respond ASAP. Now I still try to respond ASAP, but obviously I'm getting a lot more traffic. There's only one of me, and honestly, inevitably, it will get worse in terms of more people will write me. And so I try to get to everyone. I try to answer everyone. In case that I don't, please don't think that I'm being a butt or like an evil, an evil little turd or something. I don't know, because the truth is sometimes I click and I'll read and I'll be like, I gotta answer you, and then I'm like at work and I do something and I forget. I go back and I truly forget. So be persistent, but I'm usually really good at getting back to people. If not in the comments, there are days where I just spend an hour or so just going through all the comments, writing. So I try to do my best, and I'll update you on how I'm doing with that for sure. So there's going to be a point where I'm not going to be able to. Daily, I'm getting, just to let you know, around 30 up comments a day on YouTube. And that's not bad to answer, but you know, the mechanism is kind of slow sometimes to do it. So I try to get to everyone, and of course some people, they're not directly talking to me, they'll just say something, so I won't answer. But if someone, you know, is trying to reach out to me or has a question, I try to get to that. Steve, I thought it was a bit off, but I like Scotland. Okay, you like that one? No Snail Zone. Oh, Jean Valjean Ramon. Yes, the guy that was supposed to kill Ricky. Yes, the French guy. Yeah, that's him. That's the painter. He was also the owner of the art place where Lucy bought her clay in the Lucy is a Sculptress episode. Yeah, he's that one. I think he's in one more. I can't think of it right now. No, that's right. Now, okay, the counterfeiter, the one that was just talking to Lucy, that was not Jean Valjean Ramon. That was another guy, the painter. So you're right, Cassandra. It's the painter that was that guy. Yeah. Ronald, how are you? Hey, Ron. The one who had lunch with Lucille Ball. That's awesome. On her front lawn. Isn't that the craziest story? Isn't that the craziest story? You having, or just anyone having lunch with Lucille Ball on her front lawn, like in the middle of LA, right? That is crazy. Well, thank you, Cynthia. And I appreciate all of you guys. I know a lot of you are very supportive in that sense, but I always like to fill you in. That's why I like to do these live streams and keep in touch with you on Facebook and so forth. Because, again, life happens, and I try to get back to everyone. What I used to do, let me tell you what I used to do. I used to, when a person would subscribe, because I'd get like 5 or 6 a day, I would verbally say your name in my videos. I'd be like, thank you, Susan, thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Billy, for subscribing. I appreciate it. So there would be shout outs. But honestly, it started to grow where now I'm getting like 15. Or the other day I got 80 subscribers in a day, which is ridiculous and blows my mind. So obviously, think about in a video if I name all 80 people. So I had to stop that. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to focus on the comments. So now I'm really focusing on the comments. It's okay for now, but it's going to get to a point fairly soon where it's kind of going to be out of my control and I might have to pick and choose direct questions to me. But I know you guys will understand. There it is, Jean Ramon. Seems like he's just really good with his French accent. That's not his, I don't think that's his real accent, because in the Sculptress episode, he speaks English perfectly, no accent. He even has a deeper voice. He's like, yes, madame. And here he's like, well, no, madame, I need to sell it, and everything. It's kind of cool. And these actors are fantastic. Fantastic. And they make everything a little bit more believable, a little bit more fun. And overall, just a great experience to watch a show like this. Man, Lucy's just meeting all these cheats on this French trip. She's meeting, the counterfeiter. Now she's meeting a guy on the street who does art, who's faking all of his paintings. Isn't that nuts? That is crazy. I mean, I was going to say they're not bad people. That's up for debate, right? But, I mean, they're sweet to her, but they're, like, stealing from her. One right after the other. And watch this. Look at him. Little sneaky guy. Goes up. Look at that. He's got more in there. He's going to put it on there and spray it with a type of a shiny lacquer so it looks like it's fresh. He's painting it. And so people are going to think, wow, look at that. Same painting he was just painting. Awesome, Cassandra. You just tweeted me a couple Lucy plates. Awesome. See, I like when you do that. That's why I love social media, because you guys can connect with me and I can connect with you. It brings us together even though we're so far apart. So that's great. American Express travel service. Look at that. Look at this. Ethel wants to buy one. Friend's like, no, it costs money. I don't want to spend money. Lilt. Home permanent. Be sure to buy your Lilt, everyone. Medium. I don't know what that means. Oh, don't apologize, Sarah. I'm the one who's supposed to be talking. But again, this is a conversation, and there's people in here, and we all contribute, so it's fantastic. Thank you for that. Oh, I love this shot, because it's like Lucy, and it's kind of what she's looking at as she's walking. I think that's pretty good strategy, because obviously, see, they're not in France, or else you would see her going through the streets. These are just sets, obviously. Look at that. And let me just look. There's a cameo. The guy in the beret and the mustache. It is Bob Carroll Jr., one of the writers. Look at that. I gotcha, Mr. Like Cats. It happens. Technology, right? Oh, yeah. So, Steve, you don't remember that shot, most likely because I'm going to guess you watch mostly syndication. So, these are the entire episodes as they would have aired normally. Again, syndication is not great because they cut out big snippets of the episode to try to get them in just a 20 or so minute time frame because commercials. So they're like, yeah, we got to advertise to sell Tide bleach or Tide, whatever you call it, soap. So we're going to take out that minute of Lucy walking around. It's a shame. So when I watch these unedited, it's so great. It's so great. Oh, I'm sorry about you guys' internet. I can tell you that I have a really good connection because it tells me up here all the time. So whenever I have any bad connection, I can let you guys know. So I have green, which is smooth connection. Oh, look at that. And I'm trying to see. So that man with the little mustache, with the white mustache, he was in a couple episodes. He was in the commercial, in the episode, Ricky thinks he's going bald. He was one of the bald men. Kind of funny. Syndication on all series, they cut out a lot. Yeah. They speeded up 10%. I didn't know that. That makes sense. I've noticed that, and I've noticed that, but I've never done the connection. I'm like, why does this sound weird? And it's like, yeah, they sound like more high-pitched because it's sped up. That's ridiculous. So here you go. Here's the unedited stuff. I try to show you most of it, of course. And this guy, the waiter, he was in, my brain's telling me, season 1. Think about that, without a mustache. He was the not the manager, but he was the guy taking the telephone calls in Ricky Wants a Raise. Remember, with Gail Gordon and Fred dressed as in drag? Remember that one? And so he's the one who's answering the calls and going back and forth. And I believe he kind of plays a French guy as well. Maurice. I think his name was Maurice. Which I Love Lucy box set do you have? I have a set. I'm going to have watch that episode and see if it has it. Yeah, so if you have the set, most likely it'll show that in there. Yes. Time compression. There we go. There we go, Londres. I appreciate that. I have, it's very basic, the set that I have. It's just, what is it? It's just a DVD version of it, and they're divided up in seasons. So, and it's got the drawn on characters. Oh, there you go. Look at the escargot. Oh, man. Cassandra, you recently watched one of my videos. Which one did you watch? Or which ones did you watch? Hopefully you watch more than once. As of now, guys and gals, I have more than 60 I Love Lucy videos up with all Lucy content, including my live streams and my ones focusing on specific scenes, my favorite episodes, all that stuff. So if you haven't taken a look, please note, let me tell all people, some of you know this, some of you don't. Obviously, every Lucy video out there isn't mine. Be sure it says Rick9G. If there's no Rick9G below the video, that is someone else making that video, just to let you know. So I'm all the Rick9G ones. Because some people, there was some confusion, and I just want to clear that up. My blooper videos, thank you, Cassandra. That's the ones that most people have seen, but there's so much other stuff. So keep that in mind. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more, as well as other shows that are going to come in there. Look at that, escargot. Has anyone eaten escargot? I haven't. I mean, I see them out on my paths outside my house. So it's kind of funny. Oh, man, when she plugs her nose. No way. You guys are like, no way. I would never eat snails. And she wants ketchup on them. Isn't that funny? Like a weird condiment of all the things she asked on it. I don't think it's a weird combination, but I don't know. I guess she's just trying to coat it with something so she doesn't have to eat it. Oh, and of course the chef is coming freaking out because he's like, why would you put ketchup on an escargot? So they're having a little bit of he's having a little bit of a hissy fit there. Is it insulting? That's so weird. Not that the French are weird, but it's just here in the U.S. it's like, I guess maybe we're not open to other cultures, but the idea is, you know, if you have chicken, put peanut butter on it. You know, it doesn't matter. But if I guess for the French, it needs to be done in a traditional way, eaten in a traditional way, or else it's like repulsive. So I guess I understand that. Jose, honestly, I am not a fan of the Roseanne series, to be completely honest. I never could get into the show. I'm sure she's talented, you know, but it's just not my thing. Are you a fan of the show? John Goodman's great, though. I think he's fantastic. He has a huge chef. He looks like Chef Boyardee, kind of like a skinnier, older Chef Boyardee, right? Yeah, if you guys want to ask me about other shows, other series, I'll be completely honest. Of course, I don't love every show out there, and I'll be honest with you. I do love a lot of comedic shows, but I'll be as honest as I can. Oh, there's Bob Carroll Jr. right next to the chef. Kind of wondering what's going on. He had bushy eyebrows, didn't he? Look at that. Causing chaos in the middle of France. Of course Lucy would do that. Cynthia, great question. No, there are no applause signs. That is people reacting to the dialogue and what they're seeing in front of them, a play, and they're just laughing when it's funny to them. Yeah, there's some instances where it's funny and maybe you won't hear a laugh. It's kind of rare, but I think this is so universal that it's like when they laugh, it's funny, and when we laugh, it's funny. If that, like, it coincides. So yeah, there are no signs. They never wanted to tell people when to laugh. The idea was, see, that's the thing. Cynthia, I think you've hit a great point. The fact that these new shows and new comedies have that sign is a big deal. If something is funny, you're going to laugh. Like, if I tell a joke, right? Does it make sense for me to tell the joke and then hold up a sign saying, hey, applaud or laugh for me? No, you're going to laugh if it's funny or not. And it's the same concept here. They wanted that raw, real experience of laugh because it's funny. So they worked really hard on these scripts. And so these newer shows, they're not as funny. And so they have to do that in order to get the people to laugh in the time that they want them to laugh. If they want this line to be funny, they put that in there, you know. So very good point, Cynthia. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, Steve, a very good point. The laughs from this were use another Dick Van Dyke. And yes, Lucy's mom is a lady. She was in every taping, from what I heard. I mean, maybe she was sick and missed one, but I heard that she was at every taping. Will and Grayson have or need a sign, laugh sign? Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. Yep. Lady. She goes, oh. You can hear it when everyone's kind of silent in the background. Oh, yes. All the cops are like, this lady's nuts. This lady is super nuts. Yeah, Laundress, I'm with you. The laugh sign makes me think, he says, of shows that have canned laughter or fake laugh tracks. They overdo it with the fake laughter. I'm with you on that. I think I'm one of the minority that likes laugh tracks on shows. I know even like Gilligan's Island, that's a fake laugh track because no one's actually laughing. There's no studio audience. But I like it because I've watched the Gilligan's Island movies without it, and it's creepy to me. Like, I don't know. So I do like it, but I do love that this is a live audience laugh track. So that's cool. Oh my gosh, Scott, you're nice to see you. You're eating and watching me. That is funny. What are you eating? I'm so hungry, so after this I'm going to go to eat, but that is funny. Yes, Steve, so you can hear him laugh in the beginning season, so like season 1, and the reason is because they noticed that his laugh was so loud, so they had to kind of tone it down, and as you notice, as the show went on, you heard it less and less. Alondras, you think the laugh track's fine, but new shows seem to overdo it. Absolutely, yes. Ronald, would you like me to send you a pic of lunch on the lawn and her kissing me when she was leaving for a cruise? Absolutely. Leave it in my Facebook, please, Ricknineg. That would be awesome. Because, again, it's not only for me. I like to share this stuff with you guys as well. That's why I want you guys on there, because it's not just me saying, hello, it's me, Ricknineg. No, I want that to become a place where people can post things. Same as my Twitter. And some people, if they don't have Facebook, they have Twitter. Or if they like looking at photos and images only, that's what Instagram's for. So there's a place for everyone here. And if not, that's what YouTube's for. So, yes. It's 4:18 over there. Whoa, it's late compared to here. Let me see. Lisa, you were just watching the 50th anniversary. Oh, and here's the moment. Here's the funny back and forth moment of the translation. So great. I did watch it. I did watch the 50th anniversary special. I didn't watch it last night, but I have the DVD of it. ¿Dónde cogió ese dinero? I only know the Spanish parts. And the English. I got it from a man on the street, but I didn't know it was counterfeit. And then, of course, the translation. Spanish. German. in French. Huh. 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 It's true. Es la verdad. Oh, this is great. I'm just watching this because this is fantastic. See, and shows try to replicate this. The concepts, the ideas. I mean, this is owed to Bob Carroll, Madeline Pugh, Jess Oppenheimer, and even Desi, because he had a hand in a lot of this. He would have a big part in the stories and what he kind of accepted and wanted and so forth. Remember, there was one part. Do you guys know this? Let me know in the comments if you know this. There was a part in earlier, so this was like season 3, I believe, where Desi was going to cheat on his taxes. Ricky was going to cheat on his taxes, excuse me. And Desi, he said, no, I don't want that in the script. I don't want to have any indication that I'm a cheater or my character is a cheater. It's, to me, disrespectful, and I don't want to go into that. I don't approve of that. And so it never came up, and they had to change the dialogue. So that's kind of cool. And he said, I love this country so much, and I don't want to even give a little inkling that I would do anything like that. So like, it's, he didn't even want to entertain the idea. So it's kind of cool. When one officer gets the other, yep. Did you watch the Hollywood episode in color? I did, Sarah. I have them here. I was given to them by a gracious viewer. Look at that. Hollywood episodes. Absolutely. We should watch them someday. I've done live streams with them on, but I know a lot of people have joined since then, so let me know if you want to do that, and I will absolutely do it. Yo soy inocente. Oh, now chaos ensues. The Mertzes are found with counterfeit money. And then Fred says, this is the brains of this outfit. Joni, yes, I can't speak Spanish very well. I'm very fluent. I can read, write, all that good stuff. That's funny, Joni. I would love to do something where I can just kind of translate all of his things, and the way I can obviously do it contextually and literally, because that's with every language. There's literal and contextual translations. So yeah, it's cool. Yes, every time for me it was really unique, because every time I heard Desi speak Spanish or Ricky speak Spanish, I knew absolutely what he was saying. It would just be a constant flow. And so I know for some people it's literally like jumbles. They'd be like, Lucy's like, well, I don't know, Ricky. And he'd be like, blah, 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 blah. People would not know what he's saying. I understand every single thing. And it's kind of funny. It does add to a little bit. I mean, he's not saying anything shocking dialogue-wise that you would change the story, but it does add to the richness of it. So absolutely, look at that. And of course, they all bought the same painting. So crazy. Steve, what did surprise me was the episode where Lucy thought he was cheating, since that was something that happened in real life. That is true. Maybe there's a reason why I didn't bring up any opposition. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but that's a good point right there. Lucy in that pink dress. There is something he says every single time he gets married, pretty much. Audrey, yes, I do have Instagram. Go ahead, everyone, down below. Please, this is the end of the video, and so if you haven't, I would really appreciate subscribe so that you can see more content, because I have so much content, and that'll notify you. Like this video if you haven't. All my Instagram, Twitter, I do have an Instagram. It's down below, LA European Motors. Type it in, and you'll be able to see me. You'll be able to see a lot of my content, what's going on in my life other than this. And so it's a great way to connect. And let me tell you, there's not a lot of people on my Instagram and Twitter from here. So if you get on there, there's more of a one-on-one that I can talk to you, if that makes sense, as opposed to YouTube, where I'm getting more than 40 a day comments a day. All right, guys and gals, we'll leave it here. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Do appreciate it. Thank you for all your love and support. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to always stay positive, push through any negativity. I always tell you guys, I had a couple rough weeks, even a really rough Friday, and you know what? It just really gives me hope to think that, we got to keep positive and know that every day is a new day. We'll have our problems and our issues, and hey, we could sulk, but the best thing to do is just to push forward. So I'll see you next time, and don't forget to stay positive, and most importantly, Be hopeful.